Chelsea here, MonarchAlley. I am a vintage lover, thrifter, and part-time reseller, and today I have my part 2 of the $50 thrift haul challenge video where I'm going to report back on what has sold in the last 30 days and see how we did. So if you missed my Thrift with Me and Thrift haul video where I show all the things that I got in at the end of October, this is a part of a really fun YouTube challenge with Becky Park on Poshmark and many other YouTubers. I have a playlist in my playlist section on my YouTube channel, so definitely check that out after this video. You can see my thrift haul. It was actually a really fun Thrift with Me where I got to take my son with me to some of the thrift stores, much to his dismay, but you know, he always gets a little toy or something. And yeah, I had a $50 budget to work with, and the goal here is to see who can make the most money. And you know what I'm finding out? I am best when I am competitive, because I feel like all the items I picked out I really was very thoughtful about, and I listed them quickly, and I feel like I worked really hard to have good listings, and I've been a little aggressive in sending offers to get them sold before making this video right here, because I want to win. I'm going to go through each item, and on the screen here I'll put a picture of the sold listing so you can see what it sold for and the pictures that I took. And I'm really excited because I feel like I did really well. All but maybe 3 or 4 items that I picked out for this challenge have sold in the last month. That's crazy considering I still have some items from like spring of 2020. I guess that's just how it goes sometimes, right? You live and learn, and I'm working really hard to pick up items that will sell quickly and for a decent profit. All right, so let's go for it. I'm just gonna work down my list. I kept a nice little spreadsheet of every item that was a part of this challenge and what the cost of goods were and what I sold it for, and if there were any shipping costs, because occasionally I offer free shipping, and that really dramatically changes what you bring home, right? Okay, so the first item I'm going to share is this Major Maxime toy. I actually shared this in the haul, and maybe I put it in, oh yeah, I put it in an action figure identification group to figure out what it was. And a friend of mine that's also in that group and is local, I have a YouTube video with him where we talk about Ninja Turtles toys. Yeti, he commented or sent me a message that he was very interested in that figure. And so that's pretty cool. I sold that for $5, a direct sale. So that's really exciting. I got it to give it to a friend, and it really kicked off the challenge really well, considering I bought that in a grab bag of a lot of toys. So in my thrift haul, you would see that I got 2 bags of toys for $2 each, and I've made a ton of profit off those toys. So I put my cost of goods being 33 cents per item in that haul, or that baggie. And yeah, so cost of goods 33 cents, and I sold it for $5. Not bad, not bad. And then there's no seller's fees since it was a direct purchase. Next, I have the Schleich Knight Set. Ooh, that's hard to say. Schleich Knight Set. I was really stoked to pick up this set because it had multiple knights and horses with armor, and it was just super cool. There was a phoenix. There's just like a lot going on in that one baggie of toys that I got for $2. It's crazy. So what's extra special about this sale is that it was also direct sale from the thrift haul when I posted it. And you know what? It was to one of my Instagram friends, Lori. Her Instagram handle is Mama with a Camera. We chat all the time, and she was really excited to pick up that Schleich set for her son, who I think the story goes had it when he was younger and was maybe kind of regretting getting rid of some of those toys. And yeah, she's gonna gift it to him. So I hope that he doesn't hear this video while she watches it someday. I'll have to give her a warning. Anyway, so she picked up like I think 2 of the knights and then 2 or 3 horses, and I gave her a deal of $30 with free shipping there. So the shipping cost about $5.72 to get to her in Florida, and my cost of goods was only $1.50, which is pretty good. And I will say too, like running through this, I'm not going to do like I'm not going to calculate in my brain as we go, but my spreadsheet has my calculations. So at the end, I will share what the sales were, and then minus the cost of goods, and then minus the fees from different platforms to show you what my actual profits were from these items. Next is the Schleich horse, and it was not a part of the knight set, so Lori opted to not get the horse, and I listed that individually just on its own. That sold on Mercari for $10, and the buyer did pay for shipping as well, so that does not come out of my overall profits. So I made about $8.40 after Mercari fees. Next is a Lego minifig. Now in those bags of toys, there was quite a bit of Lego. A bunch of it I kept, but a few of the minifigs I listed because they were from like the blind bags and different minifig series that you can get. And when you get a blind bag, you don't know what you're going to end up with, right? And so some of those figures were something that people maybe if they want to complete their collection would be going to eBay for, because you can only open so many blind bags before you are just too frustrated that you're not getting what you want, right? So yeah, that Yeti minifig sold for $10 on eBay, and I make about $8 after it's all said and done. Another cool sale is the Schleich Phoenix Toy. Now this, I was kind of surprised that it took so long to sell. It actually just recently sold here in the last week at the end of November. So this sold as part of a bundle deal on Poshmark. So someone bundled the two toys, the Schleich Phoenix and then the horse, and sent me an offer for $18, which I happily accepted. That was a very fair offer in my opinion, especially considering all the Black Friday like offers I was sending out to people. And I just split it right down the middle. So I'm saying that I made $9 off of the Phoenix, or I sold it for $9. And then after Poshmark fees, I make about $7.20. So of course, if I actually sold it for $9, Poshmark would take an automatic $2.95. But luckily this was altogether, the sale was $18. So it was just that 20% fee. Next are some more toys that were in part of that Lego bag that I picked up. I really had such great luck off that Lego bag because it really brought my cost of goods down. The ability to get multiple pieces for $2, I mean, it made it so it's like 25 cents, 30 cents per item, which I am very much okay with. And it's something I don't encounter a lot unless I go to the bins or something like that, where you can get things by weight as opposed to the individual pricing. So in that bag were some Mega Bloks Halo minifigures, and so those are not Lego minifigures. They're very small, lightweight, but I recognize them because my son has a couple of the sets. He's not as into them as he is the actual Lego minifigures, so I decided to just go ahead and list the Halo minifigures. I saw some comps with like, I bundled like the 4 figures that I had. I put them together and I saw comps ranging from like $5 to $10 for this sort of item. So I went ahead and priced it at 10 with free shipping. Someone sent me an offer for 8 and I went ahead and accepted that. So in all, I make about $3 off of those actual little figures, but the cost was like 30 cents for those. And it's just nice to like get them out the door and, you know, kind of benefit this challenge because like I said, I want to win. One item that sold surprisingly quickly, so I'm really like proud of my instincts on this, was the Curious George plushie that I listed. I think it sold maybe the night that I listed it or within a day. And it's in one of my weekend what sold videos where I tell a whole story about like communication with the buyer and like an issue we had, but we turned it around and I made a great sale. So I sold the Curious George plushie for $17.50. The buyer did pay for shipping on that as well. And I end up making $15 after eBay fees. The next item that sold, and actually these are not in chronological order. I think the first item that sold was the first item that I talked about today, but maybe this next item was the second or third, and it also sold surprisingly quickly. So it's the set of Polar Express mugs that I talked about in the haul that I just knew this time of year people would be looking for those mugs to kind of recreate some movie magic and story magic at home. So my cost of goods for the 2 mugs is $4, which is, like I said in the haul, a little bit more than I like to pay for mugs. I'm hoping for like $1 or less for those, but they were special, they were cute. And I sold them for $20 on Facebook Marketplace. The buyer did pay for shipping, so I have no shipping charges there. And after Marketplace fees, I still make $20 because for some reason they didn't charge fees on this item. Marketplace isn't interesting. I need to make a video on it someday, but I don't even know what I would say because I feel like it changes a lot. It has these arbitrary days where they like pay the shipping for the buyer or don't charge the seller fees. They do some different things. It's kind of unique, but I think they have specials where like maybe a certain category they aren't charging fees for. And so I really made out like a bandit on these Polar Express mugs, in my opinion. To sell them for $20 and then not have to pay the fees is great. And they're so easy to list, and it took like a day for them to sell. So something to look out for. You're not gonna make huge money on it, but it'll probably sell quickly. This next sale blew me away. In the haul, you probably saw that I picked up an Anthropology Angel of the North cardigan. It was a wool cardigan that had this beautiful elaborate design. Well, you're probably seeing a picture of it. I keep forgetting that I'm gonna have pictures on the video, but really beautiful cardigan, and it sold for $50 on Facebook Marketplace. That really blew me away. I hope this makes me a contender to win the competition because $50 for a cardigan that I paid $5 for. That's so good. And gosh, I wish I could find that just every time I go thrifting. Sometimes you go there and you find the gold, right? Other times you go and it's like womp womp. So Facebook Marketplace did charge a slight fee for the cardigan. So I ended up making $48 after fees. I'll take it. Another item that already sold is the kind of boho tapestry cardigan that I just picked up on Style alone. I did hope to get $20 for this, and I don't know, I think after I searched comps, I ended up listing it for maybe $18 or so, and eventually someone sent me an offer on eBay for $12, so I went ahead and accepted that because I wanted items to move. I really hope to get at least 15 or 20 for that cardigan, but hopefully the buyer's really happy with their purchase. It was warm, it's really cute. Luckily for that, my cost of goods were only $2.50 on that because it was the color of the week, so I got a good deal on it, and after eBay fees, I made $10 on it. Another item that surprised me with how quick it sold and how much money I made on it were the Skechers sneakers. I picked them up because of style. I don't know why, but I am so stubborn about Skechers. I think I have this like early 2000s mentality that they are dorky dad shoes or something, but they are not. They have a lot of really cute shoes, and apparently they're fairly comfortable. I don't know. Do you wear Skechers? Tell me. But so I have this weird mentality about Skechers, and I was like, I'm never gonna pick those up. But other people in videos talk about making some decent money, and I really liked the style of these Skechers. They were super cool. So I don't remember what I listed them for, but I ended up selling them for $28 on Poshmark. It was an offer to likers, so after the Poshmark fees and then the shipping discount that I offered, I made $19.94 off of those Skechers. And if I remember correctly, they sold really quickly as well. Well, I guess really everything I'm talking about sold quickly because they sold within 30 days. Like, that is awesome. I'm really, really excited. The last item that I have that sold is a J. Crew sweater. I got it because it was soft. It was the real J. Crew, not J. Crew factory. And so I thought I could do fairly well with it. And I did. I sold the sweater for $24 on Poshmark. I did sell it offer to likers, so my profits were not as good as I wanted them to be. Ugh, I always forget how impactful the offer to likers feature is on Poshmark with your profits. It really eats into it. But I sold it for $24 and I only paid $2.50 for it. My profits after Poshmark fees were $16.74. All right, so we've talked about what sold. We have not talked about what has not sold. So I'm just going to quickly, it's only a handful of items that I'm going to share of what hasn't sold yet from that haul, and then I'll go into the numbers, the breakdown. So there are 2 minifigs left that haven't sold, Lego minifigures. One is an alien that, like, honestly, I'd be happy to keep because I also thrifted, like, I think the set that it's from called Alien Conquest. Truthfully, if I put that set together and this alien together, I could probably sell it for like 30 bucks on eBay. But I have the alien listed, and it's listed for like, I don't know, $9 or $10. It hasn't sold yet. I hope it does because I just want to inch a little bit closer and closer to the finish line of this contest and get everything sold. But that, and then the Judge minifigure, honestly, just, it might not even be worth keeping the listing up. That Judge minifigure, the comps were not stellar. I think I have it listed for like $6 with free shipping. Shipping's gonna cost at least like $3. So in all, I should probably just keep that too. But I was being stubborn. I wanted to list as much as I could from the haul to try to, like I said, inch toward the finish line there. The Boyd Bear hasn't sold yet, and I like really had high hopes for it based on previous experience listing a different bear. So I'm really surprised that it hasn't sold because it even still has the tag and it has a cute like winter sweater with penguins on it. I was like, this is golden. This is exactly what people are going to be looking for this time of year. Boyd Bears are collectible, but it hasn't sold. I'm wondering if I listed it for just a little bit higher than I should have, if I was being like a little greedy there. But comps were kind of all over the place, but mostly in that like $15 to $20 range. So I started at 20. So I've been sending offers and we'll see what happens. Another bummer is that the Christian Dior bathrobe has not sold, and I was hoping that that would be my heavy hitter for this because I saw some comps that were in like the $60 to $75 range for similar items. I thought it'd be a great gift. It's winter time, it's a warm bathrobe. So I don't know, I'm so disappointed that I cannot count that in my total because I hoped for at least $30 or $40 from the sale of the robe. So we'll see what happens with that. Perhaps I was shooting for the moon and I need to calm it down a little bit. 2 sweatshirts haven't sold. So I had a pizza sweatshirt that was pretty cute and it was not a brand name. So honestly, I probably shouldn't have picked it up, but I thought it was really cute. And I was going to potentially give that away to one of my nieces if it didn't sell. So I don't know, maybe I should just go ahead and do that. But I currently have it listed for like $12, $15, and it's just not getting a lot of attention. I only paid $2.50 for it, so that's nice at least, but I'd love to get that money back, you know? The other sweatshirt is the red vintage sweatshirt that, I don't know, I thought would be kind of a cool sale. Like, people are looking for, you know, kitschy 80s sweaters right now, and it does have, it's red and black, it has like a gold embroidered detail, so I thought it even could be a Christmas sweater. I don't know, people just don't seem super interested, so maybe that was a bad buy, I don't know, but I paid $5 for it, so we're, you know, kind of eating into what I paid for items and not selling. Of course, as you know from this What Sold, I've already made my money back and then some, but it'd be nice to get that $5 back and turn it into like $15, right? So then in the haul, I also picked up 2 vintage board games. After looking at the Alfred Hitchcock Clue game, I decided to keep it. I had to keep it. It was really cool. My son and I got all the pieces out. It had everything it needed. It had all the parts there, and we played around and we just decided that we had to keep it. I will say, I might end up selling it if I can find like just a regular Clue version, but it's kind of cool to have the Hitchcock version. In fact, it was kind of funny as we were testing out the game, he picked the character Bates from Psycho, and I was like, child, you are playing the guy that's obsessed with his dead mother when you play Clue with your mother. He doesn't know, and that's for the better. So I don't know. So because I'm going to keep that game, I don't know if I should since I'm going to keep that game, I'm not going to count it in my cost of goods, but unfortunately, I originally did count in my cost of goods. So that means that's $4 I spent on something for myself that I could have bought for the challenge to make another $15 or $20 to inch toward the finish line, but whatever, I decided to keep it. The other board game is a Monopoly game. It's a Marshall Fields special edition, and it got some early interest, and then attention just totally died on it. So I think I currently have it listed for $25, and it still gets some likes here and there, but I really hoped to sell it for at least that $25 range. It does have all its pieces, I believe, so that's good, but yeah, we'll see. So a couple heavy hitters that are not being reflected in this What Sold is a bummer. So let me go ahead and calculate what my total sales were, what I spent as far as cost of goods on all the items, and then what I make after platform fees. Okay, so in all, my cost of goods were $40.76. So that's kind of a weakness, right? Like, I could have spent $10 more on items that maybe could have made me 50 or more, depending on what they were. So major regrets there, but that's okay. We're working with what we got. So I ended up spending $40 instead of the $50 for the challenge. My total sales so far are $223.50, which I am so stoked over. I think that's really great. And after platform fees and some of the shipping costs, my profits, not subtracting cost of goods, are $185. So let's go over that again. My sales were $223.50. After platform fees, I made $185.49, and then after the $40 cost of goods, that's $145.49. So I don't know, does that make me a winner? I don't know, I'm really anxious to see everyone else's videos. Like I said, I really hoped to get that robe in there in the Monopoly game, because I felt like that was gonna get me like next level, you know. I know that some of the other people picked up some really nice jeans, looking at you, Fire resellers, or some really cool vintage items that can make some good money. So anyway, all in all, this was so much fun. I hope this What Sold video is helpful to you to know what is selling right now, what sells quickly. All of these I consider very fast flips. You know, they sold in 30 days, so that's really exciting. And also a reminder to list on multiple platforms, because like I said, I sold a number of items on Poshmark, quite a few on Facebook. Those were usually my faster flips, and some on Mercari and eBay as well. And I used List Perfectly to quickly cross-list all of those items instead of doing it by hand on my phone or computer. Using the extension List Perfectly makes cross-listing so much easier, and it's so profitable. So definitely look into that. I have a discount code in my description. If you are interested in trying it, I encourage you to use my code. You'll get a discount, and I will get a slight, kickback from it, and we'll all be listing a lot more things on a lot more platforms and kicking some butt, right? That's what it's all about. So anyway, I have to thank Becky Park so much for including me in this challenge. I'm a part of her YouTube mentorship group, and it's just so inspiring all the time to get to hear from the other members and do cool collaborations like this. And so I encourage you to watch all the other videos in the playlist and in the challenge, and then whether I win or not, I guess I had fun. I want to win. I don't know if $140 after fees and cost of goods is going to make me a winner, but hey, we're doing what we can do, right? All right, so that's all I have for you today. I thank you so much for joining me today. I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, and drop a comment if you have any commentary to say about how I did. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.